Okay, it's May still, right? May 28th. Here are the coaching calls. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. This presentation is intended to be informational and educational. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. Good morning. Nice view. Oh, yeah, definitely going to talk about Penn today and DKNG. So let's see, DKNG. Okay, Marshall, I need to know what you think of DKNG. I will add it to the list, but I need to know. So what we do here is you have to let me know what you think first. That way we're sure that you are, I can comment on some of your observations and whatever. So definitely we'll look at that today for you. I would be happy to do that. Okay, calendar would be negative on July 7th. Okay, cool. So we'll look at a calendar together today, and we'll go from there. So lots of questions about where I am. Yeah, that's a good question. I am in the Woodlands, Texas, and maybe we could cover that after we go through all of our good stuff, and we talk about the most important stuff at hand. The bounty spreadsheet is just absolutely amazing. I just want to say again, I love your entries in the bounty spreadsheet. I love them. I absolutely love this. It is so encouraging to me because I get to see what you think might be a good trade. And then we get to comment on that. And it is absolutely magnificent. So Marshall, if you want to look at DKNG next time, just make sure you put it on the bounty spreadsheet. And you only put it on the bounty spreadsheet if it has bearish Knoxville divergence, bullish Knoxville divergence, profit circles, recent earnings, looks like a great trend trade to you. You've got to have a reason that we're going to look at it. It can't just be something that your friend or someone that said, hey, what do you think of this stock? And then you just ask me what I think of that stock, because I can't actually do that. Legally, it is legally and securities violation. It's illegal for me to give you personalized financial advice. So you post what you think about something, and then we can comment on things generally. And that's the way it has to go. And it's better for everyone because in the end, you become more skilled at identifying when something works. What I did today was I hid, I hid, HID, all of the rows from anything before April 24th. That way you don't have to scroll down on this spreadsheet as far, and that way it's easier to put a new entry in the spreadsheet. And also when we start June, I'll probably start deleting stuff from before May 24th. And today we've got a bunch. First, I want to look at, before the market opens here today, I want to look at LXRX, because I still think this is an absolutely gigantic, just a giant win waiting to happen. There are so many things I love about this. And I loved the bounce up off the trend line yesterday. I mean, it just came right off that trend line yesterday. It bounced up. We still need to make new highs. We still have to make new highs. And if we fall below this trend line to $1.87, then I need to strongly consider giving up on it completely and letting go. And I will, and we'll talk about that as it comes. But technically right now, I love it. I think this is exactly what a financial instrument looks like before it moves up substantially. But what I want to do here is I want to be able to look at it from the earnings transcript point of view again. And I want to ask the question, is it still any good? One thing I've done starting today is I have linked I've started to link every financial instrument in our slide presentation. And I'm linking to the earnings transcripts, so it's very easy for you to check those. What I want to do today also is insert another column. And what I want to do is, for example, on LXRX, if it's still here, yeah, here it is. I'm going to link to the earnings transcript there. And I'm going to take that away. And then I'm going to insert one column, and then I'm going to post it there. And I'm going to put it after the notes. I love the notes. The notes are really, really important to me. Then you can just go to the earnings transcript. And if you put something in the Bounty spreadsheet, this is teaching you about how to do your own research and get things ready. And then you can put your own earnings transcript in there. Okay. Let's now go to the earnings transcript itself. Lexicon Pharmaceuticals, April 27th. So you know that I look for Outlook. Turn it over to Jeff. That not only having an impact, we're having a significant impact when it comes to the closeout of these studies, and there's quite a meaningful impact. The overall outlook is we're confident that we're going to have cash that gets us through 2021. We've continued to see growth in Xermello along the lines that we've had a forecast, looking very closely at our operating expenses. The biggest answer is the impact we see not only this year, next year. What were they asking about? So you have a nice increase in runway. So they have more cash on hand. Great. Great. Awesome. And then let's look at the word guidance. Turning to our financial guidance, we continue to expect percentage growth in the mid-teens for the full year. Yes, they're reducing operating expenses and they are positive with their guidance. Folks, we have talked about this before. Somebody is going to get wind of this. And if you did you watch that video from Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett? You go to the coaching channel and then you watch this video. How would Warren Buffett invest a small amount of money? You watch that video today, and then you watch it again tomorrow, and then you watch it again and again and again. Charlie Munger says, if I had a small amount of money, blah, 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 I would look for opportunities to invest in companies basically that have that other people don't know about yet. And this is one of them. Will it work? I don't know. Will this be a profitable trade? I don't know. Does it have every single characteristic of something that we like? Yes. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that we are on the verge of finding and taking 5 to 6 of these trades because I am going on a earnings transcript binge, and I'm spending immense amounts of time reading these earnings transcripts, and they are proving to be super insightful. That when we've had a trade that looked great technically but didn't work out, in many cases, the problem was that they weren't really going to be able to report any kind of positive earnings. And so it looked great technically, but it was bottoming out for a reason. I think we're on the verge of finding some really great trades together. I think this is one of them. If it falls below $1.90 to $1.87 and stays there for 24 hours, then it didn't work. And I can live with that. But I think it will work out. I don't know if we'll open higher, but there will be a day. I think it will probably come after a weekend or something like that, where we open 30 cents, 40 cents higher. We've seen this happen before with trades that we have. I've texted every single friend I have and told them about this. I have told strangers in restaurants about this. Because it's got all those characteristics that I like so much. How do you access the spreadsheet? So it's right here, Stephen. Check it out, buddy. I know you're going to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I wasn't paying attention. You just go to robbiebooker.com/bounty. Ali says, what did you do with your IWM puts? I closed the $122 ones at a $1,500 loss. It was super sad. I cried for 5 minutes. No, I mean, I really did. I was really upset. I was really mad at myself about that, Ali. All that money and all that attention was so much better spent doing what we just talked about right here. It just such a disappointment for me to have deployed capital where it just didn't belong. I just really regretted that one, and I'm not gonna make that mistake a lot more. I mean, occasionally I will, but that was a real, gosh, it was a lesson that really sank into me this time. I'm like, gosh, I could have put $1,500 into. I could have bought another 500 shares of LXRX. Okay, I have earnings already for these three other companies, so we're going to go to those. Actually, I have earnings for all of these. GNPX. Oh, I don't have earnings for this. Okay, this is an interesting one. So I'll link to this. I couldn't find the earnings transcript for GNPX. So what I want to do is I want to look at the chart. Okay, this looks like a strike zone trade. It jumped up and it has now come back and settled down. This could be really nice. This could be really, really nice. So look at this, United States Securities and Exchange Commission 10Q. That's a quarterly report that would be issued around the same time they had their earnings transcripts. I can't find their earnings transcripts. So what I am doing is looking at their financial statements, their balance sheets, their notes, their management discussion of financial condition. There we go. So let's go right there. Overview. It's a clinical stage. So listen, you can go here if you want. Clinical stage there, blah, 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 oncology, badoo, targeting badoo, 5-year badoo, fast track designation, badoo, bingo, bango, badoo, Jobs Act, critical accounting policies, research and development costs, blah, blah, badoo, income taxes, badoo, research and development, classified administrative, depreciation, general, blah, 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 liquidity and capital resources, general. We do not expect to generate revenue from product sales unless and until we significantly complete the development of regulatory blah, 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 blah. We anticipate we will need to raise additional capital to fund our operations. No. No, 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 no. What they're saying is we're not at the stage where we can make money. So when you buy a company, watch that video from Buffett and Munger 500 times. You are buying their future expected discounted cash flow, which means you are buying into an organization that is theoretically going to produce cash in the future. The best indicator that they are going to produce cash in the future is that they are producing cash in the present and telling you that they are going to produce more in the future. This company came right out and said, we don't think we are going to produce cash in the future until and unless we raise more money. That's why they are issuing more stock. For me, that's a no. For me, this could go 1 billion miles upward. This could jump up today. It could do all kinds of things on speculation that they have a new immunotherapy, jabadoo, badoo, badoo. Sure, great, whatever. But I can't justify it now. I can't do this in good conscience with you. I can't. It doesn't work. Like, it's now just technical analysis, but no fundamental analysis. And Sue, you said this to me a few months ago, and you said, don't the fundamentals come first? And you were forcing me to clarify my thinking. And it made me want to give you a giant hug because you're right. Why would we buy a company that doesn't expect to be making money in the future unless we were just kind of gambling? So I love that you put this on the spreadsheet, Juan. Thank you for putting this on the spreadsheet. I'm grateful that you put it on the spreadsheet. I'm not upset that you put it on the spreadsheet. I actually am super excited that you put it on the spreadsheet, but it just doesn't qualify. All right, so another one that you put on the spreadsheet was the Royal Bank of Scotland. So let's do this. Let's go here, grab this link. I'm going to put a link to if I can find a link to all the earnings transcripts, I'll do that. Otherwise, I put a link to the most recent earnings transcript. Earnings, Allison Rose, Chief Executive, slide 5, helping people and plant, sure you do, blah, blah, blah. Reacted quickly, you done blah, blah, We've also guaranteed full pay for blah, 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 families and people, blah, blah, and the measures outlined, bigger clients. Okay, I'm tired of listening to you, CEO. Let's look at guidance. We've moved our strategic cost guidance, lower end of our. We remain committed to our cost reductions. Great. We expect that the full 2020 loss rates will be meaningful higher than our guidance. The impacts of blah, blah, blah are uncertain. Would be inappropriate to provide full year loss rate guidance. They're like literally telling you, we can't even tell you we're making money. We can't even tell you how much money we're going to lose. From here, just bear in mind, 2 of your peers guided for significant net interest margin declines. Thank you. Let me touch on the payment holidays. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. We have 190 payment down. They're going to let people off the hook for their mortgage payments. And if we look at bump-a-doo, big fans of giving guidance. Doesn't look like a bank that is doing significantly awesome. It doesn't look like they're saying they're going to do well. It looks like they're saying that they're not doing well. Rates, income, lower. They're going to be lower. So they're telling you they're not going to be making a lot of money. So let's look at the chart. RBS. Bullish divergence, bullish profit circles, $2.96 a share. Is it a way undervalued stock? Not according to their guidance, right? Not according to what they said. They said we're basically losing money. Are they undervalued? I mean, has the market beaten them down so far that they're now undervalued? Are they a bank that is undervalued? Well, they don't we can't see any stats on their revenue and stuff like that. But they're not reporting positive revenue. Could Royal Bank of Scotland jump up? Why would they jump up? What did we just read that would show us that? Well, we haven't yet. And so we have to, I think we have to be really careful about telling the difference between what we would love to have happen here and what is expected to happen. I just can't in good conscience buy it yet. They haven't reported any earnings, and they're telling you that they're only going to have losses. If buying a stock is trying to buy a piece of future discounted cash flows, that just means money coming in that hasn't come in yet. And that if that's what it is, we would be buying a stock that literally has said, we aren't going to have cash flows. So I think we have to, as much as I would like, we have to say no most of the time. Okay, Ocean Rig. This is Rig. Transocean Limited. Juan, thank you so much. Once again, I love doing these. I hope you guys are liking this guidance. Briefly recap. They're going to provide guidance. Update on our liquidity forecast, blah, blah, blah. Net loss attribute, blah, blah, blah. Adjusted, blah, blah, blah. We had adjusted contract drilling in line with our guidance. This is below our guidance due to the timing of shipyard products and in-service maintenance. This brings up a really good point, Juan, and everybody else. Listen to everything I'm going to say right here. If they don't meet their guidance, so if they miss their numbers, they say, well, we didn't make money, but the reason for it is, and then they give you a really, really good reason. It was kind of out of our control, and we now have control over it. It's great. If they miss their guidance because they're terrible and people don't like their stuff or products or whatever, or bad behavior or legal problems, not a good thing. But this is one of those things where it's like, oh, they can get their in-service maintenance. They can, COVID-19 can go away. So they have lower legal and professional advisory fees. They repurchase some of their debt to get in a better financial position. They have $3 billion in liquidity. This is great. An update on expectations. So here we go, folks. Rev up the engine. Let's read about their expectations. For the second quarter, we expect our adjusted contract drilling revenues to be $785 million. The sequential decline reflects low activity as a result of the reduced duration of the Discover India's contract coupled with the blah, 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 blah. This work is rescheduled to resume. So once again, our drilling money was low, but it's going to resume. The change from our previous forecast of revenue is due to contracts being deferred, not canceled. Net savings, forecasted blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you right now, Juan, you got something. You got a tiger by the tail here. This is a company that just said we had some issues, we had some problemos, but they're all within our control and things are going to pick up. They deferred some contracts, but they didn't get canceled. That's what we want to see. Hey, listen, everybody, we didn't meet our numbers, but they're expected to go up again. We are providing guidance. They provided guidance. You only would provide guidance right now if you have something positive to say. Sorry, I get really excited. And for that reason, rig is a yes. So I'm going to take an image here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to duplicate this slide. Put the chart in. Rig. So rig is trading at $1.35. Let's just see what the volume is on rig. Anybody enjoying any of this stuff that we're doing? I just really enjoy this. I think in case you're wondering why we're doing it this way and why there's some changes, first of all, the credit goes to Sue. Sue said, shouldn't we look at fundamentals like you said? And I really took that to heart. Second of all, I started watching all these Warren Buffett videos that these obscure, weird videos from those old investor shareholder meetings. And every single time he tells these stories about reading through transcripts and reports and filings. And then I read Michael Burry. I found everything that the guy from The Big Short has written privately on Quora or on Reddit or whatever. And he keeps telling people, read what the company is telling you. So we're going to crush it, my friends. I think we're going to make a couple of you a few $100,000 before the end of the year. And somebody else here is going to make $1 million. Somebody here is going to make $1 million. All right. So let's see what the volume here is. It's a ton. Volume is gigantic. So let's go over to Robinhood. Hold on a second. I have to reset my password on Robinhood. I forgot. So let's just go back here. Guidance is reasonably positive. Contracts will go back online. Great, perfect trade setup. Okay, so Knoxville divergence, profit circle. Okay, yeah, I can't get into my stupid Robinhood situation here. So I'll just do it. I'll do it later. But I'm going to buy 1,000 shares of rig. So rig gets the green light from me. Okay, I promised that we would look at CX today. I think we were going to get that. Okay, so my simple answer on CX, the simple answer is I like it technically a lot. I like it. The technical perfect trade setup, the bullish divergence, the bullish profit circles. Love it. So let's just close out all this garbage here. And we'll go CEMEX earnings transcript. I can't remember that I don't remember doing this already. Maybe we did. It's difficult to resume guidance. We're providing estimates. Okay. and some of the items we can't control below the EBITDA. Okay, great. We're reducing expenditures, top line growth, working capital will be higher. We're not in a position to provide new estimate, encouraged by the historical scope of the blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's not looking like very challenging to give you a guidance on volumes, but they could be stable and perhaps time after the execution that might be a slight decline. How much? There's very challenging to give you some additional guidance in the second quarter. Volumes have been stable, but we feel early to give you guidance in the second quarter. It's not good. In addition, we are reducing total capital expenditures. Okay, so not a really great. Yeah, I can't find any more. I can't find any more stuff. Let's look them up on here. Gross profit, they have earnings. They have revenue. They have giant amounts of revenue. They have net income. They have tons of cash. They have more cash than they need to pay their debt, only by a little bit, but they do. There's no short squeeze going on. That's kind of interesting. Short percentage of shares outstanding. That means, are a bunch of people shorting the stock now? Sometimes it's good that a bunch of people are shorting the stock because then it does a short squeeze and forces those people up. That's like Wayfair all over again. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. It wasn't, they didn't give us enough positive. I really wanted to buy this one. I guess you could buy Cemex, whatever it is, CX. You could buy it, I guess, if you really wanted to hold on to it for a very long time. And I'm talking like a very, very, very long time. But I can't do it. I would sell it instead of buying it right now. There's just no, they didn't provide enough positive guidance. I don't know why I'm apologizing for it, but I do have that feeling of like, oh, I'd like to buy every single financial instrument that's showing bullish divergence and bullish profit circles. Well, okay, I could have done it a few days ago and it might have worked, but a few weeks ago, but no, this doesn't qualify. It's not going to qualify. Let's look at one more. Let's do one more of these. Okay, I'm just going to look at, since Marshall, I don't know if you wrote me and said what you thought. Let's see. So Luke says, we're all getting excited. This Australian member would love to attend. Is it possible? Can a pending visit be made in the future? So we're going to have multiple meetings, Luke, but I also had a FaceTime call with my best friends in Sydney. And before the end of the year, I'm coming out to stay with them for a couple of weeks. Then they are absolutely, totally insane people. So I will only be staying with them for a few days, but they are wild people. But I am definitely coming to Australia, like 100%. And the restrictions will be lifted reasonably soon, and we'll all get together. And we're going to meet more than once. Okay, DraftKings, amazing. It's an amazing chart. It's an absolute beast of a trend. It has to fall back and print a bullish profit circle, right? Just like this. So we got to wait. So that's an easy one. It's an obvious buy. I would actually short this stock sometime soon. If I could get my hands on some shares, I'd probably short a little bit of it pretty soon because it's overbought on the 5, probably overbought on the 1 minute. It's overbought on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 60 minute, 240 minute, and 1 day chart. Do you know what that means? It means it's going to fall 100%, and then we can trend trade it later after it falls. I would short this right now, like literally right now. I don't know. Like I would do that because it has to fall once it's like that. So if anything at all, I kind of like the short side of this. And then buy it on the, so this would be a total technical. Let's look at the earnings transcript for draft Let's just look and see if we can find it. He's going to say that their business is crushing it. That's what he's going to say. He's going to say, our business is crushing it. Let's see. You jerk, you're not providing any guidance. Single page view. There we go. Not providing. Given the significant certainty around how COVID-19, we are now providing guidance. Oh. We do not expect any reductions in fiscal 2021. A lot of people feel fortunate they're part of a business that's got a strong outlook. Let's see if the word 2020 pops up. Geez, they don't really say anything. I'm just reading backwards. But our belief is that there's sort of less kind of market norms, pregame, blah, blah, blah. We've had some new customers coming in. It doesn't look like we expect to manage our company cash burn to 15 million to 20 million per month. I don't know. I don't think they didn't say any, once again, listen, they didn't say anything on that conference call that leads me to believe that they're feeling particularly like amazing about this, right? Did I, am I completely off on that? No, I don't think so. They're trading at $36, a $35 put would be $6.20, maybe $6. Yeah, I'd buy them. I'd buy a put. I'd buy a put. So we could do everything we just did in reverse. So this, Marshall, you crushed it here, man, buddy, because you helped us do the reverse. Watch this. So we go Dkng. I'm going to buy. So I'm going to do it as if I did. Buy. I'm going to say bought for me. Bought $35 put 21st of August strike. Dates on everything. So here, let's watch this. So whoop-de-doo. Here we go. No real guidance. Huge burn rate through cash. Customer base not expanding. Didn't say anything on the earnings call to highlight positive future 2020 earnings or profits or cash or growth. Sports is off right now. It's bearish, divergent all over Blaze. It's overbought on every single time frame, including daily and 1 minute charts. So we bet against it. So I might be the only person in America betting against that company. So $35 put, a put is a bet that the stock will fall. I just absolutely positively think that, Marshall, this is, look, there's a lot of enthusiasm about this company right now. And, a lot of people believe that, the growth of online gambling and the legalization of gambling in New Jersey and then other states is just the biggest opportunity of all time and forever, right? And it might be. But once again, if you look at the fundamentals tell you that this company is not providing a positive outlook, and they don't make money. They don't make money right now. This can't be true that they only have $157,000 in cash. Something is wrong here, and we're not getting the full story here. I'll look it up on the Bloomberg a little bit later. Okay, that's all the time I got for right now. Thank you so much for joining me. We did not get to a couple of our other ones, so we'll make a new slide for tomorrow. And we'll get to Wells Fargo. And there we go. Sue bought the January 2021 $2 calls in a tiny account, already up 51% in like 10 minutes. Wow. Sue, that is awesome. I don't know which one you did. Maybe Cemex? I don't know. It's a good question. Okay, or maybe Rig. Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here. Love you all. I'll talk to you soon.